I'm live. Hi. I know this was a bit of a spontaneous decision to go live, and I could have just made a video, but I wanted to go live, so I did. So I just wanted to kind of fill you in what's been going on, and I had an idea today, so I decided that I would just go live and just share with you what's going on. So the idea that I had is that for those of you that know me, I have got myself out of London, and I've moved to a little island, and I'm super happy here. If you follow me on Patreon, then you'll be hearing all about it. And I haven't really been around on YouTube much, and the main reason for that has been because I've needed to kind of concentrate on setting up Patreon. But now that that's rolling, I'm super happy to kind of get back to YouTube and kind of be a bit more around for anyone here that wants to watch my content on YouTube. So we're going to get back to the authenticity challenge, but I think we're going to do it slightly differently right now here on YouTube. I had this idea, so you can share with me what you think of my idea. So so much has been going on since I moved here, and it's awesome. There's so much good stuff. Like, I feel like my life is changing for the better. And anyone that says to you, your environment doesn't affect you, I would say don't listen to them, because massively since I got here and I've been in nature, I've even been volunteering at a horse farm. I am like the shit shoveling horse farm chick, and I love it. I just love being around animals, being in nature. I swear it's changed so much in me. Like, my body is not vibrating anymore. Like, I used to think that my body was doing this because of so much tension of being in London. So if you are, I don't know, struggling with anxiety or depression, or just feeling low all the time, or, you know, just worrying a lot, it might be that you're in a city or you're in a place that's not really good for you. So it definitely does make a difference. So all this cool stuff is going on, and yet I feel like I also, since I got here, been hanging out, and I've been drinking a couple of nights a week, and it's there's one bar in the village, there's one pub in the village where everyone goes to, and it really, you can get sucked in. And I've kind of noticed that actually I don't think that's good for me right now. So what I want to do, and this idea has been around my mind for a while, because there's an amazing guy on YouTube called Kyle Suze, Kyle Suze with a C, and he's awesome. And he did this challenge where he meditated for at least 1 hour or 2 hours a day, and then after his meditation, he would share on YouTube what he found out from doing that. And it's always been on my mind to do it, but I never like to do anything unless it's coming from me, it's coming from my guidance. I'm not doing something because someone else is doing it. I don't really poach ideas from people, because I'm like the ideas person. My ideas are coming all the time. I don't really need to do that. But I have been inspired by what he's done, because I do meditate sometimes. And yeah, it does do a massive amount of cool stuff. So I was thinking, just to shift the authenticity challenge a little bit, is that what I want to do is I want to start vlogging after I've done, say, an hour meditation. I think it's unlikely that I'm going to be doing 2 hours, but let's say 1 hour. After I've done an hour of meditation, I'm going to vlog on authentically what comes out. So to see if I'm different after sitting still for 1 hour alone with my thoughts and my crazy mind going around. It's kind of like a snow globe, and your mind's the snow going crazy. And when you meditate, the idea is that then the snow has settled. And I want to see, when I share after meditating, if it's any different. So still authentic vlogs like before, but that's the little bit that I want to add in. And I'm going to do that for 21 days. And that's what feels good for me. So you can leave stuff in the chat right now, by the way. This is interactive. That's why we're live. Hello. Anybody there? So people who are watching may not know me, because I literally scheduled this 45 minutes before I jumped on live, which I don't normally do. I normally give people a lot more notice if I'm going to go live, but authentically, I just had a feeling like I wanted to go live. So I just jumped on and did it. So do you like my jumper? This is 50 cents from a charity shop here. 50 cents. I just love the fact that I can buy a jumper here for 50 cents. It's so cute. It's probably the only place in Europe left that you can do this. So the other thing that's been going on, and speaking of jumpers, I'm actually really hot in this jumper now because I've been sitting in front of the heating. So I'm actually going to take it off. Okay. Speaking of taking things off, in Patreon, in the new tier is called Surprise Me. And for anyone who hasn't watched my trailers for Surprise Me is an interactive tier. So you get to send me stuff that you want me to dress up in, and I'm going to make videos. I'm either going to make music videos, or I'm going to make all kind of videos, crazy videos out of what you send me. And so far, the idea originated because one of my loyal followers and one of my patrons wrote to me, and he had this idea, and I basically turned it into Surprise Me. Excuse me. And it's actually been so much fun to make. I had no idea. I was a little bit nervous that maybe it would be tacky. And honestly, making the content, it definitely hasn't felt like that. It definitely felt like the most fun thing to make in the world. And today I ordered specially for the Surprise Me tier, and I can also use it for my blogging. I got myself a gimbal. I'm so excited. I haven't actually learned how to use it yet. My friend was working it out today, but it stabilizes the, so if you move around and your iPhone's here, it stabilizes it so you don't get this look on the camera. So it's really exciting. So that's really fun. So this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Patreon. Like, having that support means that I can improve the quality of my videos, and it means that I can have someone to help me, which is just like changing my life, and it's so cool. So Surprise Me is an interactive tier, and basically you surprise me with what you send me in the post, something that I've got to dress up in. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to film me opening it, the surprise, my authentic reaction to it. I'm going to film me trying it on, and I'm going to film me wearing it in public. Okay, so this is the idea. There's photos, there's videos, there's bloopers, there's behind the scenes stuff. And you get to choose what you send me and what I get dressed up in, number one. And number two, you can also direct where I wear it in public, anything else you want to direct, whether I do a music video, whether I make a comedy, whether I make a short film, whether I make a horror movie in this costume, whatever the hell you want, have a gimbal. Like, things are going to get more exciting. So you can literally direct that entire tier on Patreon, the Surprise Me tier. You can send me a message on Patreon or in my email. Item of clothing to dress up in can have a one-to-one. If you want me to announce your name, I can announce your name. If you want to stay anonymous, you can stay anonymous. Okay, so this is the Surprise Me tier. If you haven't seen it already, go into my videos, and there is a Surprise Me trailer, fully clothed Surprise Me trailer. And if you haven't checked it out, I made a commercial which I posted on Super Bowl Sunday, and it's let's call it a Knickers advert. So it's a Knickers advert. If you want to see the uncensored version of that, there will be an uncensored version of that on Patreon coming soon, okay? And we filmed that in this beautiful little bay here in Gozo called Hondok. And I jumped off a little cliff into the sea, which was awesome. And I'll admit, I was a bit of a wuss. It took me ages to actually jump in the water. So I'll probably share that content of me being a real wimp. I don't know whether I'll share it on YouTube, maybe not. I might just share that on Patreon so that not too many people can see me wimping out of jumping off a cliff. So yeah, that's what's going on. The Authenticity Challenge, the uncensored version, is over on Patreon, which is still going. I can't believe it's like, this has been going since 2016. And I also want to make that more interactive. for any patrons that are watching this, I'm going to be making the Authenticity Challenge on Patreon more reactive. So you also get, you know, to choose my content. Obviously, the point of the Authenticity Challenge is it's unscripted, because authenticity is about being in the moment. Like now, I don't plan this, but you can direct it to the sense that you can actually decide where I start. So you might give me a word or a theme or a subject, maybe something that's going on in the news or something that's affecting you personally, or you might want me to talk about men or dating or I don't know, whatever. And then after I've done my meditation, I'll just, I will just vomit the Authenticity Challenge vlogging. So check out my Super Bowl commercial if you haven't seen it on my videos. If you want to see the uncensored version, you have to head over to Patreon. It's not up there yet. That will be up there soon. And I just wanted you to know that I'm coming back here on YouTube to do the Authenticity Challenge. And if you want to come with me, then meet me here. It's going to be fun. I think that was pretty much everything that I had to say. Just that I'm loving life here. I really, really love it. I really love it. And yeah, I'm just going to sit here and twiddle my fingers until someone writes a comment. If you don't know me, just say, hi, I don't know you. Like, you can just like give me some interactive audience experience. This is what makes this fun, you know. Am I like missing content? I'm just checking. It were messages. I didn't have my live chat on. David Grasty, yeah, I would watch that. This is where I squint like a granny because I can't read the comments. I seen you so before. I like how wacky and honest about your wackiness. I ain't see you do anything for a while. Didn't know you was on Patreon, so I've just given you an accent that you blatantly don't have. Okay, I'm going to reply. Well, I am on Patreon, so I'll just give you the link. Now, if your content on Patreon as a creator is 18 plus content, which means maybe sometimes you get your boobs out, etc., or whatever, maybe it's adult themes or things you're talking about, you know, everyone knows who's seen me do the Authenticity Challenge. I don't associate nudity with adult content. It doesn't mean it's sexual content. It's about your authentic self. Like I've always said, you know, we're not born in a t-shirt. You know, it's not like you popped out the womb going, hi, I came out in a onesie. You know, it's like you kind of were this, right? And we see the costume version of people and we're kind of missing out. Your room is amazing. I know, isn't it cute? It's not my room. Unfortunately, this isn't my house right now. I'm renting this room temporarily. But yeah, it's super, super beautiful. I'm on the top floor, got my own little bathroom there, and these cute little windy down stairs made of stone. So yeah, it's a really filming this surprise castle because we were thinking movies in. Yeah, like any kind of movie you could film here, it would be beautiful. Yeah, you could totally film a princess movie. That would be so cool. Have you seen A Princess Bride? It is like one of the princesses and hot men. It's awesome. Okay. www.patreon.com/thisissuze. Does that work? Yeah. Okay, so if you have 18 plus content, you cannot just go in and put this as Suze. You will not find it. They seem to block anyone that has 18 plus content from being in the search on Patreon, which is sad, to be honest, because we're probably missing out on people who might just randomly come across a channel and be inspired by it and want to sign up. We miss out on those people, which is sad. However, the good news is we have a link, so you can get in there somehow. You just got to follow the link. So thanks, David, and other David, 2 Davids here tonight. Everyone's just David tonight. I'm not David, I'm Suze. So that's pretty much all I had to say. Was what's going on Patreon is the Authenticity Challenge Uncensored, Surprise Me, which is the new tier. So we're now in the 2nd week of Surprise Me, so it's early days. And then actually coming, not quite sure when, I'm hoping March, or it might be April, is I'm volunteering on a horse farm. I am the shit shoveling horse farm girl, and I love it. And I want to really help this guy make money for the farm because he does so many amazing projects with kids, with emotional difficulties, just with people in general. Like since I've been in on it, I already feel my body feels different. Like I feel calmer and it feels really, really good. And getting back in nature is just like the best medicine. And I want everyone to kind of, you know, I want him to get the support he needs because he has tons of horses and animals and it's really expensive to run. And so I'm going to donate, you know, a lot of my Patreon income on that tier to the farm. So I'm making content of my personal journey of like what difference it's made to me personally as someone who's had complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Like what difference does it make going to a farm every day and being out in nature with animals, and what have I learned from him? So it's my personal journey. And then I'm going to create him a Patreon account as well for anyone who doesn't give a shit about my personal journey and just wants to hear about his, which is also awesome. It doesn't really matter as long as like we're helping somewhere. So yeah, so it's always been my dream for anyone who doesn't know me. My dream has been to have a production company, doesn't matter how big, and now because of Patreon, I'm sort of on my way there. I have an assistant who helps me maybe 6 hours a week. And she's the one that's been filming me. She filmed me for the Super Bowl. I've been doing the editing. You know, I only have basic editing skills because, you know, I can't afford to pay someone for that right now. But the idea in the future is this is funding me, not just to help myself, to make content in music, films, books, all kinds of creative artistic content. But also my major dream is that I can help other people. So I can help other people to do what I do, or I can help people like Victor at the farm. It's called Dreams of Horses, Gozo. I can help other people at the, like Victor at the farm, you know, raise money, because obviously if I've got enough money to live on, I don't need to just keep making more money, you know, and I will use my money to put into good causes of things that I care about, you know, and also to begin with in buying equipment for myself so I can make better content for my followers, because I want to make better and better quality content. And in the future, what's coming on Patreon also is I made a movie called London Baby, and it got into 3 film festivals in 2017, and it's never been shared with anyone. So I'm going to launch that on Patreon as well in the coming. More of my art. I also did an art exhibition in the Dominican Republic, and I haven't shared any of that. Photo shoot, I got up a ladder naked in front of a whole room full of strangers and talked about vulnerability. It was like, you know, now I think about it, it's like, wow, that was radical. And I was talking to some artists here in Gozo last night who have their own gallery. And I am also now in a part of the world that is really Catholic and is vocative. So unfortunately for me, that's like, it's like, oh, I want to rock the status quo. I can't help it, because it's like, you know, it's all about, you know, pushing the boundaries and awakening and opening ourselves to, like, you know, new ideas. That's what I think art's all about. Excuse me. Okay, so does anyone have any questions before I leave? David Gresti thinks that I am wacky. Is that true? I don't think so. I think I'm completely normal. David Hipwell, are you hip? Are you really hip? David really Hipwell is liking my room that he thinks is like a castle. It actually, now that I think about it, it totally is. It's like, yeah, it's totally cute, this room. I think we may need a bit more light in here. I'm just gonna put the lights on. For no reason other than I can. Okay, so before, does anyone have anything else to say? That's a movie. Connection's unstable. Is it unstable? Is anyone still there? Okay, so just count down if we've got any more requests, or here we go. Can I see you do that? I don't know what that is. Can you see me do what? Do the scene from that movie. It's with Uma Thurman and she's wearing a yellow jumpsuit. If that's not giving it away, then you definitely don't know Tarantino. And if mentioning Tarantino doesn't give the movie away, then you blatantly haven't seen that movie. I think the line in the movie goes like, if any of you sons of bitches have got anything else to say, now's the time. You must say this movie is one of my favorites. Free your nipple. They're free. They're just free. Free nipple. Only on Patreon, where we have complete freedom. Okay, so my beautiful people, tuning in and saying hello. If you just jumped in at the end and you want to hear what I said at the beginning, then you can play this back. You can play it back lots of times so we get lots of views. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It would be really cool to get to 1,000 subscribers, because when you get to 1,000, then I can start sharing photos and I can start sharing messages and updates and stuff like that, which you can't do unless you have 1,000 subscribers. If you didn't know that, I didn't know that until the other day. So I'm sorry I haven't been around much, but I'm going to be around some more. Yeah, for you if it's covered. Yeah, but we're on Patreon and this is like not, this is age restricted. I can't get my leg on this tiny chair. So if you want to go over to Patreon, I put the address up there. If you want to check out the stuff that's going on, recent videos that have come up here on YouTube, there is the Surprise Me trailer. There's the Super Bowl commercial. Please check that out. It was really fun to make. And if you want to see the uncensored version of that, that will also be on Patreon in the coming days. So that's all for me. It's been lovely hanging out with you people, David Nove, and whoever else joined in. And feel free to leave stuff in the comments. And I look forward to hanging out with you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that we can hang out together some more, either live or on the video. I love hearing your comments. I love your body. They're gorgeous. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so we're going to be hanging out here more on YouTube. I'm excited to hang out with you guys again. And I'm sorry I haven't been around. It's just, there's only one of me. Thank God. WhatsApp? What am I going to give my WhatsApp number on YouTube? I don't think so. But you can go on Patreon, and if you sign up as my patron, then you can email me whenever you want. And I do have regular emails from my patrons, and we message each other, and it's super nice. It's really, really nice. People send me course letters, and yeah, it's really nice. And if you want to be part of the Surprise Me, then you can send me something that you want to see me wear. That is the Surprise Me tier. And you can send it here. The address is underneath the video in the description of the Surprise Me trailer. And it's also in a public post on Patreon. So there are some public posts on Patreon that are open to everybody, who, even if you aren't a patron. So you'll have all the information there if you want to send something. If you send something, like I said, you can have a one-to-one Skype with me and just hang out with me online. Cool. All right. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Instagram. Yes. Oh, what is my Instagram? Yeah. I haven't been able to get this to Suze on Instagram, which really sucks. I'm guessing this will work. I don't know. Let's try it. / Adventures of Suze. Try that. Something like that. Yeah. You'll find me on Instagram. And I think on Facebook, yeah, I think it's now, this is Suze. Let me give you the link live while we're here. Can I do that? I guess I can. I'm scared. Okay, let me try it. Okay, so I'm going to get you the link so I don't mess it up. Okay. La, la, la. Here we go. La, 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 la. That didn't work. I'm not sending you that. That would be totally. Okay, lol. Okay, copy and paste. Yay, here we go. That's my Facebook page. Okay, I gotta catch up the messages now. Thanks, babe. Nice room, by the way. Thanks, I know, it's so cute. Yeah, bye. And bye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, and subscribe, like videos, get over to Patreon, get over to Instagram, get over to Facebook, wherever you like hanging out, and you can always email me and say hello. I love to hear from you. I really do. Honestly, it makes my day. I personally respond to every patron that signs up, and I will continue to do so. No one else will ever do that. It'll always be me. I love hanging out with you. All right, loads of love. Where's the button to turn off? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end stream. Are you sure you want to end stream? Yes, that's why I pressed the end button. 5, 4, 3.